Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, teachers. I'm making this video in order to explain to you how to prepare the progress reports based on e-assignments. I have already shared with you the Word documents for all progress reports and also the student grading based on e-assignments, the sheet. And I will first explain to you how to fill this sheet. This is the first sheet which must be shared by all the subject teachers to the respective class teachers. So first you have to mention the grade and subsection which you are teaching. For example, I'm teaching 6A science. So you have to mention here 6A and the subject which is science. And then you have to give the serial number, the names of students in the class, and here you have to mention the assignments. Note here, I have put here 4 columns, column 1, 2, 3, and 4. During this term, you may have given many assignments to students that may be more than 4. If it is more than 4, what you can do here is in one column, you may combine 2 assignments. For example, you have taken 2 chapters and all the questions, answers related to that is given. And for example, if it is a chapter on pollution and earthquake, then you can mention here all questions on pollution and earthquake considered as one single assignment, and the marks should be given for each assignments out of 25 because the total marks should be 100. So each assignments should carry 25 marks. So if you have more than 4 assignments, you can either combine them or you can choose those assignments which are bulky, which requires more efforts, and also those assignments which are important according to you but not submitted by majority of the students. So choose only 4 assignments, and it can also be like PowerPoint of 10 slides on a particular topic, or the number of slides can differ depending upon the grade level. In case you have not given 4 bulky assignments in this term, there is still time till 24th for the students to complete and till 18th for the teachers to share with their students. So you can add new assignments if you haven't given 4 or more bulky assignments in this term. So here you have to give the serial number, name of the student. Here mention clearly which assignment it is, and then the marks scored by students once they have submitted for each of these assignments. Then the total marks, mostly it will be out of 100, and the grade. So some subjects like agriculture, art and craft, which are assigned subject, are continuously assessed subjects. For those subjects, we need not give 4 assignments in one term. Some of those subjects are assessed based on 2 assignments, or some of them can be assessed based on one single assignment. Also, in, for example, grade 10, computer science, it is out of 50 marks. In such case, you have to give only 2 assignments here. You can keep the columns, 2 columns blank. And if you are giving for a subject which is continuously assessed, for example, for career education, only 1 assignment is required. So you can keep these columns blank. And for certain subjects like history, for IGCSE grades 6, 7, and 8, you are giving a total marks of 50, maximum of 50. So you have to give only 2 assignments. And up to grade 10, that is from grade 1 to grade 10, I have considered 4 assignments with a weightage of 100 marks. So each one will have a weightage of 25 marks each. But for grade 11 and 12, I have considered 5 assignments, each with a weightage of 20 marks, so that the total marks will be 100. For example, if it is grade 11 physics, in that case, I have given in the Word document shared with you only 4 columns. What you can do is you can insert one more column here and mention the 5th assignment. So the subject teachers, what you have to do now is fill in this columns. Fill the name of the assignments here, 4 or 5 or 2 or 1, as the case may be, the name of the students, and if they have submitted and you have already marked them, you can directly mention the marks. If you haven't marked them and you have received what the students have submitted, you can just put ticks and share this in the WhatsApp group with students so that they can know whether the teachers have received what they have submitted or if they have some submissions pending. So they can focus on the assignments which are important and get it done before 24 June. So I request all the subject teachers to try to fill this form as soon as possible. Even if it is not complete, fill this as the stage may be. Some students must have submitted, some may not have. So give this information to the students in the WhatsApp group. That will alert them to what are the missing assignments which they have to submit, and they can work accordingly. It will give a cumulative picture for the students about their status. And later, by 24th of June, you can complete this table. And if you need some more time for marking all the assignments, you can take till 27th of June till you complete the whole thing and submit it to the class teacher to prepare the progress report. I hope this part is clear to you. Let me move to the progress reports. So this is the special progress report which are based on e-assignments. I'm not going to share each and every grade progress report, but I will be sharing this grade 1 and 2 progress report, explain it to you, and then I will consider the changes in each grade level and discuss that. So in this progress report, see, as you can see, this is for grade 1 and 2 for first term of June 2020 based on e-assignments alone. And you have to write the student's name, their ID number, grade and section, CPR number, and here you have the subject name. And here I have mentioned the assignments. So the class teacher have to copy from that column headings of the previous sheet which we discovered. You have to mention the whole assignment name here and mention the marks assigned for each of the assignment for that particular student, the total marks and the grade, that for each subject. Usually we don't discuss here the assignments, and if a teacher have given lot of assignment in a particular subject, don't be disheartened, because we teach the whole content in a term to the students. But for the examination, we will put only selected questions. All the content is not given enough weightage. So consider like that you are selecting few assignments, or if they are very small assignment, you can combine them and give it here, and the total marks awarded for each can be 25 and the total marks can be out of 100. So I want the class teacher to mention the assignment name here. Sometimes it may take more space than that is given here. In that case, reduce the font size so that it will fit in this column, fit in this particular cell. I want you to do so because I have tried to make each progress report as one page. If you are giving a assignment name which is too big, which will not fix in here, then it will move to the next page, which will look odd. So once you have filled in the whole progress report, you have to mention the total marks, percentage, overall grade, and also let me go to the next part of the same progress report. This is the first part which I have shared, and this part is as a single page in the Word document which I have shared with you. You have to give C continuous assessment also. So they have the subject Islamic, Quran, Arabic, computer, art and craft. So the assignment at least give 2 from Islamic, 2 from Quran, 2 from Arabic, 2 from computer, 2 from art and craft, and give them an overall grade here. And then you have the class teacher's comment, and also based on how they perform during the online classes, you have to give the attendance. Mention here either excellent, satisfactory, very good, or needs improvement, whatever the case may be. So their overall grade is not based on these criteria. It is based only upon the assignment given, but we are giving here a comment to the parents so that they will know how their performance was based on these criteria during the online assessment. So this is the progress report. Once you fill in the Word document, you have to save the PDF, and finally on 30th of June, share the PDF document of these progress reports with the student. You can share it through WhatsApp, not in the group, but individual WhatsApp message. You can give it on 30th June. And before giving the reports on 30th June, I will ask the accounts department to prepare a defaulters list. And looking into the defaulters list, you can share the progress report with only those parents who have paid the fees. So we will discuss it further by that time. And I hope you can now start filling the grading sheets and also the progress report. Now let me go to different grades progress reports. Only I'm sharing here the changes. So for grade 5 progress report, you have this table. So they do not have the total marks, percentage, and grade. What they have is the overall grade and GPA, because these class will be focusing on the board examinations, and they also don't have the continuous assessment subjects. So this will be the difference in grade 5 progress report. And then you have grade 6, 7, and 8 IGCSE. Here the difference is that each of the subject is not out of 100. Some such subjects are out of 100, some are out of 50. So in that case, I have given 4 rows for those subjects which are out of 100, and only 2 rows for those subjects which are out of 50. So you have to take care. If it is history or geography subject, you have to give only 2 assignments and mention only them in the progress report. So religious studies is also there, which is out of 100. So take care. First of all, the subject teacher, go to the progress report of the particular grade level, check how many rows are left for assignments of your particular subject, and fill accordingly in the first sheet which we shared. Now again for grade 6, 7, and 8 JSC, there is continuous assessment. You can see from grade 1, 2, 3, 4 and all. For continuous assessment, I have given 2 rows for each of the subject, but here I have given only one row. So for these subjects, you have to give only one assignment to students. If you have already given more than one assignment, select one of them or combine both and mention it here. If you haven't given any assignment, still there is time. You have to give it before 18th of June so that the students get at least 1 week to complete their assignment and submit. So these are the subjects. Make sure that for each of these subjects, you are giving assignment. And for these subjects, we are mentioning GPA and grade. At this point, I would also like to tell you that some of our teachers are sick. Some of their husbands are identified as COVID positive, unfortunately. So they may not be able to give some of the assignments here. In that case, both the section coordinators and class teachers individually contact those teachers, take their advice and do accordingly. So this is a time we have to support each other and work as a team. Now for grade 9 and 10 IGCSE, I just want to mention here, I have added Islamic studies as a continuous assessment subject. This is not there in their usual progress report, but for this particular case, I have added this in the progress report because when our students complete 10 IGCSE, and go to another school, I used to give them a separate academic transcript for Islamic studies because it is mandatory from Ministry of Education. There is a possibility that during online teaching, the Ministry of Education may ask us for evidence that we have given due consideration for each and every subject during our online teaching, and we may have to give them evidence that we have given priority to all the subjects. That is why I have added this in the progress reports based on e-assessment, e-assignments. So please, if you have not given an assignment for grade 9 and 10 IGCSE on Islamic studies, dear teacher, please give an assignment at this time and give them grade based on the assignment. Now, again for grade 9 and 10 SSC, I have to note here that they have both English 1 and English 2, Bangla 1 and Bangla 2, each of them for 100 marks. So I have put them together out of 200. So each of these 4 assignments will be out of 50 marks. So when you mention the name of the assignment, you can combine their names. For example, if you have given them worksheets on prepositions, verbs, something like that, 2 or 3 worksheets, you can combine them and mention here so that the total marks awarded is 50, or you can combine topics here and mention the assignments and the total marks will be out of 50 here. Each of these marks will be out of 50 and the total marks will be out of 200. And similarly for ICT, I have given only 2 rows for giving assignments because it is out of 50. So each one should be out of 25. So each subject teacher, please have a look at the progress report first and then fill the first sheet, that is the grading sheet, accordingly, depending upon how many rows are there in the progress report. Now again for grade 9 and 10 SSC, please note down, I have added career education and physical education. If you have not given the assignment for these continuous assessment subjects, please give it now so that we can grade them. And also in the progress report, there is GPA without additional subject and GPA with additional subject and the final grade mentioned. And the important thing to be noted for grade 11 and 12, unlike all other classes, which is from grade 1 to 10, I have given here 5 rows. So each of these assignments will be out of 20 marks, not out of 25. And in the initial form for grading students, you have to insert one more column there, because here there are 5 rows, so you have to mention 5 assignments. It's a higher grade level, so I thought at least 5 assignments should be given for each term in each subject, because they are evaluated solely based on the assignments. So there are five rows here. Note down teachers for grade 11. And then in grade 11, it is the cumulative GPA and the grade which is mentioned in progress report. I hope you know that because it is there in their usual grade 11 and 12 progress report as well. Now, if you have any doubt in how to calculate the cumulative GPA, you can consult Shaida teacher or Sadman or Sanjit sir regarding that. So that's all I would like to share with you. Thank you very much for listening to the end, and stay safe, stay healthy. May Almighty bless you. If you have any doubt, you can ask it through WhatsApp personally to me, or through our family group. You can ask the questions as voice messages or type messages. I am sure there will be lots of doubts. Don't do this work if you still have a doubt. Clear the doubts and then do the work. All the best to you. Stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you.